Hello, I will be doing a reading from my book. I'm going to skip the usual intro stuff and just get right in. I'm going to try and read this through without commenting in between, and then I will maybe comment. So this is a challenge for me, so yeah, let's go for it. What we need may not be what we want, but what we do not need has to be realized in order to achieve what we want. Need. It is a word to define how one is dependent on something to survive. Need can fuck up a lot of things though. Excuse my French. Disappointment and hurt is what one experiences when one feels one is not needed, or when someone or something that was needed simply disappear. And often we feel these emotions when we refuse to see the need for ourselves, which is what reflects towards our perception that others supposedly do not need us. When I look at myself in the mirror, I do not recognize who is presented in that reflection. I feel as if my mind, soul, body are detached. The person in the mirror appears abusive and uncaring. I do not want to know this person, but I am obliged, as she has caused me to feel much hurt and disappointment. And as much as I do not want to admit it, I know her very well. She made me feel unwanted. She brainwashed me into believing that nobody else ever needed me either. Therefore, more anguish and inner deterioration increased the havoc inside of me. I look at her and all I see is a daunting ghost who is prying, and waiting for her next unarranged appointment to torture me. Then I proceed to obsess about how much I do not need her. I do not want her anymore. We push and pull instantaneously, and I tire while she remains adamant in continuing to prod me. I do not see the necessity for all the exhaustion. It was never what I wanted. But I give in to her because I am weak, because I have become so used to this ruminative process. Whether I like it or not, I become stuck with her because getting better has always made me unsure and doubtful, as she and her dark realm has become all I know. I realize that the only way to rid myself of what I do not need is to do something that I do not want to do, which is to release myself from her. I know I do not need her, but I hate to perform the act of letting go. I know I need the weight to be lifted off, but I do not want to be let down if I cannot do it successfully. In a way, we have become so integrated that dealing with her has become more comfortable than attempting to rid myself of her. In a twisted way, I'm convinced that I was convinced that I needed her. I had become like her, and through that similarity, she helped to strengthen me. Though unconstructively, I realize that I need to go beyond the comfort zone to achieve what I really want: freedom and increased prospects to enjoy life without unnecessary weights. So often we become tied up and attached to ourselves. Even if we may hate ourselves, we cannot break free, and it has become so natural to be consumed by our impending minds. Admit it, we generally have the tendency to wallow in negativity, feel sorry for ourselves, and make lavish excuses as to why we cannot do what we need to do to achieve what we say we want. We lazily expect to bask in the sun, but refuse to put effort into stripping ourselves bare. So basically, We need to view our bodies as sacred. We need to be the loving guardians of ourselves, even though it is easier not to be. We need to take better care of ourselves in order to obtain the energy we want to emit upon others and ourselves. If we want to use our eyes and mind to see beyond the surface, we must realize that we need to take off the sunglasses even though we might not want to. Sunglasses are efficient protectors. They block others from seeing through, but they make your vision hazy and unrealistic within the shadows. I'm going to read that again. Sunglasses are efficient protectors. They block others from seeing through, but they make your vision hazy and unrealistic within the shadows. Sunglasses make everything darker, and we have become comfortable wearing them and being safely hidden beneath them. But when we find ourselves in the darkness, they become unnecessary and we have to remove them. If we do not want to ride around blindly, then we need to remove the additional darkness. We need to realize that we will still be able to see without them. We must realize and acknowledge what an effect need and want have on our mind and well-being. We need to accept and use the gifts of our life to our advantage, irrespective of wanting to or not. Otherwise, we will never achieve what we desire. Otherwise, we will never experience true light. So I did not interrupt myself through reading that. I almost want to read it again. Anyway, that was that's hard to I think that was quite profound. I'm taken aback a little bit. Like it's almost like I can't remember that I wrote that at all. So it's a total surprise to me. That sunglasses analogy is so good. I really like it. I really, really like it. Yeah. I hope that I read that clearly enough. I wrote, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It actually makes sense. Even though, yeah, it does. Sorry. Because at first I'm feeling like, oh, wow, okay, what now? What must I say? And now I'm sort of thinking, whoa, this actually makes sense. This sunglasses analogy, or this last bit of the chapter where I expose the gift in it, it's relevant for today. It is literally relevant now. It is so relevant, just as it is. As it is. I don't need to put it into a different tense of being. It is relevant. So I hope that you take that and run with it in the way that it helps you. I almost feel like reading that part again, but I think it was clear enough. I mean, isn't it time? Isn't it time? If you're inside, if you're in the darkness and you've got, this is a metaphor, right? But you can also try it. Try when turn the lights off, put sunglasses on your face. You'll find that kind of things are hazy, and you know you're kind of in a strange place using your sunglasses if you're inside or in the dark and you have them on. Um, that's a strange way of using them, and I can't say. I can say that you can possibly glean an insight of them, but I can say that what the insight should be that you should glean from that is to remove unnecessary darkness. So if you are in the darkness, a dark room, or outside at night, and you've got dark shade sunglasses that are meant to block the sun from hurting your eyes, so protect you, and you're wearing it, why? To hide your eyes in the night? Or what is that? To not see clearly? To in the, it's not necessary. We take those off. You're still in the dark, but at least you can get a sense. At least you can, like, that action. That's huge. That's huge. And it will change your vision. It will help you sort of your eyes to adjust a little bit better naturally. And I like that metaphor as well, to use actually in another way. And I think that I'm starting to get an insight now. I feel my brain like formulating something. It's like busy. It's like we're gonna like. Sometimes I think of my brain like there's little workers inside there, and they say, "Oh, we're gonna weave something together," and like drop it inside, and then like I think that it comes through this way because I tend to see, not like hallucinate, but tend to uh, understand and visualize and see them, and it's pretty interesting that's happening at the same time as all of this, and I'm trying to also uh, stay engaged with this video. But yeah, I mean, it is to see, it is also to remove additional darkness. Okay, so that's two things. It is also to understand something about yourself and possibly about life. So that's a couple more things. And it is a necessary action. It is the right thing to do. It's appropriate because, and I'm saying that because it supports the function of what sunglasses are supposed to be used for, and using it outside of its function, well, if that's causing sort of turmoil, or and this is just based off a sunglasses analogy, but if that's causing more darkness in your life, then you've got to sort of see what can you adjust your posture, can you take off your shades, what about when, like, taking that into a different scenario, if I mean, why do people wear sunglasses? Okay, leave out the obvious reasons, but some people wear them indoors. I know, I can give one silly example. I went through a time, I think it was about 2 years ago, I went through a couple of months of like insane migraines. They were so bad. I literally had to, like, I found that putting sunglasses on inside during the daytime, but like inside as well. I could not go outside. The light was too strong for my eyes. It then like caused pain. So the shades sort of helped make things sort of I could see a little bit if I wanted to move like to the kitchen to get like more ice for my head, or yeah, I mean, they were so insane. Those migraines were so insane. Like, yo, anyway, but anyway, that's a different story. I'm getting distracted. Um, yeah, and that helps. And if you're sleeping, then the sleep masks helps as well. But I suppose I did not have a sleep mask, or um, yeah, but I just used it for a purpose that helped me, basically. And if you're having migraines, that helps. So that is something that is random, but a piece of peace that is good and for your peace. And yeah, and then there's other situations. I know that well, I've experienced this in different occasions in my life where um you know, I've worn sunglasses at the same time as somebody else, and we would be talking. And sometimes, like, I would just put mine on my head, or we both would do that, or or um, the other person is wearing their sunglasses, and I, like I don't hate that. I just feel, what's that about? And also, I tend to not know um like where I look at the sunglasses. Sometimes you can see through the sunglasses to the person's eyes, and then you kind of like can try and look in their eyes and try to sort of but I would find that if somebody else is wearing sunglasses whilst I've taken them off and I'm busy talking to them, I find it really hard to look them in the eyes, and I find it really much more difficult to connect if I can't make eye contact with them. But I never ask somebody else, please remove your sunglasses. It's their prerogative. Um, and I don't know why I'm saying that, but I mean it is true. And then um, like I suppose I can isolate a moment in which I'm grateful. I can appreciate actually the people that also consider it's um, to just take the sunglasses up in order to talk to each other, looking at each other's eyes. I mean, I think that's quite a notion. That is quite a yeah, it's quite a solid thing to do. Um, or to if you're both wearing sunglasses, um, I've experienced this with friends. I'm getting some memories back here. You move to a sort of a piece of shadow, then you take the sunglasses off so that you can again hug properly and look each other in the eyes. And it seems like it's such a natural thing. To me, it's natural. I'm thinking of a couple of things that it's natural. It wasn't just natural to do. Um, and each person that I can think of that just naturally would just remove their sunglasses just in order to speak with me with eye contact. And they are, and some were really, really amazing people, or I definitely made connection with them. So I mean, so if I take that what I just said, it's kind of reason, and sort of going with the flow here. And so based on that, I think that the action of if you're in the dark and you got your sunglasses on, yeah, get sunflowers rather. I'm just thinking of sunglasses. I'm thinking of sunflowers and sunglasses as well. Uh, that's a new idea. Um, cool product idea. That's cool shot. What I'm trying to say is that so if you're in the darkness and you put sunglasses onto you, you're gonna see hazy. You are gonna miss out on possible sort of size or light. So, and then also if you're doing that to hide something, it makes things more obvious to other people. And yet also that communicates as well to kind of that there's a non-approachability. There's a bit of a hesitation with communication. It's like, what is that? What does that mean? And I understand, like, if you're in the sun and you need sunglasses and you've got them and you put them so that you can actually see and not be blinded by the sun, that's great. That's awesome. I love that. Sunglasses are amazing in that way. That's the best use of sunglasses. And then you don't trip around. You're not blind, and they are protecting your eyes. But what are you trying to protect if you're doing that in the darkness? Metaphor, okay? So unless you're doing that for some kind of sensitive reason that I'm not going to brainstorm now, but it's valid, and I can understand to a point. Unless you're doing that, then and that's relevant, then why are you trying to hide? Why are you hindering your experience of life? You don't look cool in the dark with sunglasses on. You look like you can't see. You look like you don't know. Things are hazy. Things are dark. But if that is the part of the contrast, the second part I'm going to include now, that you need to expose clarity, I understand. So stay with me. So there's the act of the removal of the sunglasses, right? That's a way. That's a way to connect. That's also something to give your eyes, let some light into your eyes. Okay, you can see a bit clearer. I don't recommend taking off the sunglasses and staring right into the sun. That doing that kind of thing. If I take that, put it into a metaphor and use it to say that is sort of indicating that there is some kind of a problem, and that I'm not saying that you need help. I'm saying that you need to connect with somebody. And so there's the sunglasses analogy. Yeah. Where are you wearing your shades? Why are you wearing your shades? When you take them off, what reason are you taking them off for? And when you're using them for some other reason, why are you doing that? And so my mind drifts to, sometimes people wear them in instances when they don't need them because they feel insecure. Or they feel like that those sunglasses make them as a person. Make them, it's like beyond making you look cool. Sunglasses are cool. They make you look cool. Maybe, okay, it's a thing about sunglasses. Cool. It's more than that, obviously, what I'm saying. And if I have to take cool and put it into this, then if you need them to look or feel or seem or pretend to be cool. Are you? Are you? And what are you avoiding by doing that? What are you feeling by hiding behind them, if you are hiding behind them? And why don't you want to communicate if it's about communication? And why do you not feel that you are secure in yourself, that you don't need something to make you who you are? And then a little bit further, if you are hiding who you are because you're like more than insecure, you don't like who you are, but you don't like who you are, and you maybe don't want others to see who you are because you are shy or something like that. And I don't know what the issues are there, but literally just you be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. You shouldn't have to need to hide. You don't need you don't ultimately need sunglasses. You can see. And I think I'm going to leave it there. Just know that there's always light, even if it's dark. So you just take off those sunglasses, open your eyes, go out at night, just look out the window. You will see a star, I promise you.